Max and Queen Chrysalis were joining the main six, Spike, Starlight, and Vel, for Princess Celestia's trial for her crimes against the Crystal Empire, when Max said, as he spotted Soul Forger trying to disappear into the crowd with Tempest's shadow.
"There you are, Sol. Where have you been? We all have missed you so much."
"Well, I've been lying to every creature here about my line of work," asked Soul Forger, whose ears were drooping as she was ashamed in lying to them. "Yeah, but friends forgive friends. But why didn't you tell us?" asked Applejack, who knew nothing ever good comes from lying. "Because I have a lot to do with what started. I just don't like talking about it because it reflects on my past," said Soul Forger, who let out a sigh. "Look, I didn't mean to lie, but I prefer life as a blacksmith more than a time ghost, and I really take pride in that more than the other. I did a lot of things I regretted before joining the time ghosts, and I know a lot of things about the time fixers, who are the ones the public should fear. They don't care about free will and believe anyone who appears in an event that will alter it if they seek to erase. These monsters are led by Lady Sulfa, a Nagapony, the most dangerous of the time fixers." "Lady Sulfa, at least I know the name of the one who tried to have me killed," thought Vel, as she remembered being told that the time fixers were the ones who sent these assassins after her not too long ago. "Lady Sulfa, it's her fault I nearly went down the path of evil like my cruel mother wanted me to," thought Queen Chrysalis, who knew that a war was brewing, and she knew which side she wants to fight against when it begins. "But one thing I didn't know was that Princess Celestia had connections with Lady Sulfa. It doesn't make sense," said Soul Forger, before they heard a gasp, and they all turned to see 3 armored ponies in armor, reminding them of King Sombra's guards escorting a pony in a cloak to the Canterlot courtroom. They were nearly there when Spike said, while seeing some of the ponies in the cloak and hood nearly freak when her mane showed.
"Wait, Twilight?"
Spike stopped when the 4 ponies in the door to the courtroom, which nearly got them to draw their weapons, but then the pony in the cloak shot them a look. "Move aside." "It's true," came a familiar voice before the pony in the cloak took off her hood, as her guards moved away from her to reveal she was really Princess Twilight Sparkle. "Twilight," went all her friends and family, who were right there at that very moment, as they rushed to her and tackled her into a hug. Well, everyone except Pyromax and Soul Forger. "Tonight we've been worried about you, darling, and what Equestria are you wearing?" asked Rarity after they climbed off of her, and their friends smiled with a large hint that she was still almost the same Twilight. "Yeah, Twilight, where have you been, and what's this we hear about Princess Celestia framing King Sombra?" asked Rainbow Dash, who was surprised.
"Yeah, do enlighten us. Isn't he supposed to be a villain, the scourge of the Crystal Empire?"
said Max, as his fiancée turned to him with a concerned look. "Look, I know you all have questions, but I'll explain it during the trial. I'm sorry to surprise you all like this, but once this is over, we all can have a long talk," said Princess Twilight, before they went into the courtroom. During the trial, everyone got to say their piece. Princess Twilight used magically created photographs to show the paintings proving that Princess Celestia was a fraud during the war to free the Crystal Empire, and then Princess Celestia dropped the biggest bomb ever. "When I was approached by Lady Sulfa, she was posing as another student of Star's Whirl, the Beardeds, but she discovered the Crystal Empire, and when we only discovered the existence existence of the crystal ponies, she had discovered another tribe living amongst them, shadow ponies, said Princess Twilight, as every pony was now hearing her side of the story. They were led by a strong leader who we all know as King Sombra, the villain from the stories, and the one Twilight and her friends defeated. But the truth is greater than I put it to believe. King Sombra wasn't evil. In fact, he revealed to us that magic is nearly good or evil, but the user can be depending on the path they take. King Sombra never wanted the war, and I was planning to offer him an alliance between all the tribes and his, but that never happened. Why not? Asked Princess Luna, who just came out of the shadows of the room at that very moment, and she bore an expression that meant she was super mad at having part of a worldwide lie, and even Princess Twilight realized she didn't know she had a part in this. So her sister was a puppet too, only Luna didn't have any knowledge of it, thought Princess Twilight, before they returned their attention to Princess Celestia to hear the rest of her story. Lady Sulfa, she wanted only power, so she tried to get shadow ponies to join the time fixers, and when they all refused, she started a huge disaster that took all their lives except for 3. King Sombra, his wife, and his daughter, said Princess Celestia, as this turned heads. Lady Sulfa knew that King Sombra's family would be the most powerful of their tribe, but it would be hard to control, so she got me to create false events controlling the crystal ponies with crystals containing dark magic, but she changed their memories so it was believed King Sombra's family was responsible. His wife and daughter disappeared the night me and my sister came here. We thought they were dead when I... Finish it, hissed Princess Luna, who was about ready to snap. I was blackmailed into brainwashing King Sombra to commit all of his crimes in that time by Lady Sulfa. Everything you thought he did was all part of Lady Sulfa's plan to get control of him, said Princess Celestia, as this started a whole bunch of arguments with the jury before they gave their verdict that Princess Celestia was played, and the real villain to this story is the head of the Time Fixers, Lady Sulfa, and her followers.